The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on Southeast Asian economies, disrupting flows of goods and services and leading to a collapse in demand. It has also triggered changes in business operations and led to increased digitalization, with a surge in employees working from home and the expansion of e-commerce. MSMEs in the ASEAN region have had to be agile in order to adapt and survive. MSMEs are a very heterogeneous group, from micro firms to high-growth startups to small family businesses. ERIA conducted a series of webinars that explored how these enterprises have reacted and innovated, and their outlook for the future.
There is no unique new normal for ASEAN MSME.
There are different new norms. There is a new norm at half mast for a large part of the SME population that has been heavily hit by the crisis and was not prepared to shift very rapidly to new processes, to new technologies.
Being agile and able to rapidly adapt to the changing business landscape is key to overcome challenges in the short and medium term, including disruptions of GVCs and traditional regional networks.
It is actually the time to go back to training school to improve human capital or technology or skill.
So I want to encourage all of us, if there's a time to go e-commerce, this is the time. This is the time. It's not just for the pandemic, but in the future, this will be the way that people will facilitate and people will function.
ASEAN is one of the fastest growing digital economies in the world. The borderless world of e-commerce platforms represents an opportunity, but also a challenge in the form of increased competition. MSMEs need to find a niche in order to be successful.
We heard about the importance of online advertising and customer acquisition. So achieving visibility online is very difficult, and SMEs need to know how to make themselves stand out.
Educational measures are needed to ensure that rapid digitalization does not widen the digital divide. Training in the cognitive, emotional, and technical skills that will be necessary to navigate in the digital marketplace. However, there is also a technology gap specifically when it comes to women. On average, women use and access digital technology less often than men. For example, the proportion of women using the internet was 48% in 2019, against 58% of men globally. The transition towards the digital economy must be inclusive. Digital transformation and innovation are able to accelerate the role of women-owned and women-led entrepreneurs during the COVID-19 pandemic. Policymakers need to pay increasing attention to digital gender equality to empower women for future careers, making sure that women have adequate access to digital skills.
Women participation in economic activity and global value chain is key to promote greater inclusive economic development, resulting in poverty reduction and livelihood improvement within ASEAN and beyond in the post-pandemic phase.
The impact of GVC disruptions on ASEAN MSMEs largely depends on the sector in which they operate and on their degree of connectivity to international markets and suppliers. Domestic markets must be developed further if ASEAN countries are to become more resilient to future shocks.
But I think in longer term perspective, government would have to be concerned about cushioning business by making sure that the skilled labor force is there to live up to the expectation of the new normal. More automation, more use of online, and I think these are big homework for government in ASEAN region.
A possible long-term consequence of the pandemic is to make GVCs shorter, more regional and less global. This is why policymakers should continue to promote economic integration at ASEAN and East Asia level.
There is an increasing recognition of the need to apply sustainability practices in ASEAN across a broad range of stakeholders. MSMEs need to think holistically and in a multidimensional way when developing sustainability practices: environmental, human, social, and economic sustainability.
And by defining that area of sustainability, it was a very calculated, conscious decision that we have to make in terms of every single processes, decisions, partnerships, audiences that we reach out to, and who would be attracted to us at the end of the day. And that defined us as a brand.
Business-led initiatives are needed to promote the circular economy and make economic models that are sound and sustainable. Digitalization, technology, and innovation play an essential role in leveraging the adoption and promotion of sustainability practices in business sectors. ERIA recommends that ASEAN should seize new investment opportunities with stimulus packages for enhancing sustainability and environmental protection and developing smarter cities.